Okay, so the survivor side. We've got a new tomb out, so I was playing as Jake to unlock 6 chests. So I thought that's an easy one I can do. I don't need to survive. I don't need to escape. I just need to get at least one chest open before I escape. But as it turned out, the games actually went quite well, and ended up with some good teammates. I managed to get some good runs in. I've got 2 games here. One of them is both on the new map, the game. One of them is against the Billy. The other one is against the strongest killer in the game, the nurse. But she wasn't a great nurse, so we were lucky in that respect. So as you see, as we spawn in here, much the same as the killer side. We have the generator counter, the portraits on the left, what add-ons you have in the bottom left, and your perks in the bottom right. But as you'll see as we get further into the game, instead of the hook counter or hook state counter that we have with killers, we have a little mark next to the names of your teammates. You can see how many times each person has been hooked, with, of course, depending on hook states, them needing 3 hooks at most to cause death. So I can't see the killer, but I can hear the heart rate, the heartbeat radius, which is why I'm apprehensive to move on, so I can get like line of sight, at least know which direction they're on, and then I can plan which route I'll take. See, there's a generator nearby, so I decided to leg it. So now the other person's been chased or is being chased. Hopefully he's not making his way over here. Still keep an eye out. I mean, my only real option is to run down the stairs there, down that drop. Or try and loop round into that drop. Either way, I'm hoping, best case scenario, I just get the generator finished before he even decides to come looking over here. Someone has finished the first generator. I can't remember the name of this perk, but every time a generator is finished I get to see the 3 closest gens, auras of totems and chests. Like I say, because I had the chest challenge, it was perfect just to look about and see if there's any chests nearby. Unfortunately there aren't at this point. So you can see the little marks come up next to the name of my teammate there. So that's their first hook. Just been rescued. I can see a chest in the distance over here, which is why I decided to run this way, even though it's towards the killer. And I'm thinking, it's probably the other side of this door. That's it in the corner there. But it's quite an unsafe gen here. You can end up trapped in this room, so I decided to get this out of the way whilst I'm here. Really, the safer option would have been to open the chest first and then do this generator. So obviously once it pops, he's going to know that someone's in this area of the map. Do hear someone go down above me, and I know there's a drop down there, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. Well, they've been hooked over there, so yeah, sounds are bugged at the moment. The Screams are a lot louder. That's why it could be heard cross map there. And I thought they were nearer. Yeah, I remember this background from the film. It looks quite good. Comes in. I know he's gonna back rev. Just try and juke him a bit. Luckily pays off. I know there's an infinite pallet, safe pallet somewhere normally around here. Fortunately it hasn't spawned. But there is one there. I'm just trying to make as much distance as possible when I run straight into a corner. Luckily he backs up. That allows me to make it back to this pallet. And I've got an L wall I can play around here. Back into the pallet. Throw it early because that's what you're supposed to do with Billy. Just give him the pallet early because he can if he revs right. Just get straight through. He gets stuck in that little corner there. I didn't see that because of the shadows, but luckily he messes up his own chainsaw. And I managed to make distance again. Throw this pallet early. Make my way back upstairs. Like I was saying before, there are stronger loops upstairs, but there is a lot more to work with downstairs. But I'd definitely say the upstairs is stronger. Too close for me to do a drop down there, which is why I decided to keep running. Just get out of reach there. Take that a bit wide, I'm going to take a hit, yeah. If you use that to get distance, we'll end up almost going back into him. Make it to this loop. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. I don't know if maybe you thought you could have swung across the gap or that you didn't realise it was there. Either way, that made me chuckle when that happened. So now, yeah, this is a really strong loop. A safe pallet, so I decided to stop here and heal. Like I say, with the hook counters, you can see 2 people have been hooked once. One person is still injured, but we only have 1 generator to do. Okay, let's get the pallet slam on this. I don't know why this didn't work. He definitely moved like it hit him, but he didn't drop for some reason. Maybe I hadn't timed it right or something. Either way, I'm heading straight for the gate now to get that open, so when we get the rescue in, they can just run straight out. I can hear him coming back. That was so close. Yeah, it's a shame they broke Billy, but I'm glad. I'm glad they did. If I'd been able to curve like the old Billy, I could have been in trouble there. But yeah, it was a good game. I think I'd take a look to see if yeah, see how the rest of the team are getting on, if they get out or not. So you're just standing there, Nia's already made it out. As is Steve. I don't know why people do this. Right, it's like they have to wait at the exit gate to sort of stick it to the killer. Well, they could be just waiting for Zarina, I don't know. No, they've left now, it's only her. Yeah, and we all get out. And he was only using one perk, he was only using Tinkerer as well. Crazy. So we're back on the game. Yeah, your starting pose is very upright. Something a bit odd about it. I don't know, maybe they could have given like the resting pose that they have in the lobby to make them seem more lifelike, but yeah, it's kind of strange. Again, this always seems to happen to me. As soon as I spawn in, I hear the heartbeat. I'm usually the first caught, the first hooked, and the first dead. So I hear the heartbeat, and again, just start creeping around so I can see line of sight on them. Walk straight into a chest, which is lucky. I just have to unlock them, I don't actually have to take the item. And since I don't know what I'm doing with flashlights, I didn't bother taking that. Do see generator though. We'll have our friend Jeff. Usually the guy I main as Survivor. Even though recently I found out he's very loud. So maybe if I want to play stealthy I should use him. Yeah, you can just see the aura there of the killer going away from the hook. It is the nurse. Which if you learn to play her, learn to get good with her, she's the strongest killer in the game. Why? Because she can move twice your movement speed and go through walls, pallets, floors. So all the looping's just taken out of it. She can just zip through that loop. You can't pallet stun her unless you time it right, because you can just phase through that. Very, very scary killer. The only real thing I found you can do against her is sort of just the same as Spirit, kind of run back on yourself, because she is trying to predict where you're going to go, and that's where she sort of puts her next blink, aims her next blink to go. So just, I don't know, all I've learned so far is to try and be unpredictable when you're routing and maybe run back on yourself. Yeah, it's quicker if I heal this Claudette than her self-healing herself. Self-caring, should I say. I'll strike by 2 players' names now. We have 2 people hooked already and we've only had 1 gen done. So a good nurse can just finish a chase in seconds. Jeff smartly walking not to leave scratch marks, even though he is leaving a trail of blood. She's not opened any of these doors because she doesn't have to. I actually think that makes it harder for us survivors. Doors closed. It's maybe something I can experiment with Myers. Have someone come and join me on the gen. I can hear her heartbeat though, so I know she's close. Can't see her, so possibly upstairs. And yeah, with having 2 people hooked already, we really need to chunk out these gens now with the standard chance. Okay, so that generator opens up the wall next to us. I do obviously see an aura of a chest down here, so get another one off the list. Normally you wouldn't do this, it's really risky coming down to the basement because obviously there's only one way in and one way out. But yeah, it definitely doesn't feel slower when you're playing Survivor. Running. You know, I was saying as Killer that it looks like they're just going for a leisurely jog. It doesn't feel like that when you're playing Survivor. I know a lot of people have complained that, you know, the Survivors are moving slow now, but when you're playing as a Survivor, to me at least, it doesn't feel like I'm any slower. Everything's a lot smoother, which is good. Those screeching noises are blinking about. So she's after someone. That door's still closed. I don't know why I thought it'd be open, to be honest. Still running into dead corners on this map. She's right there, but I'm hoping she doesn't notice me with the dark clothing I've got on. Luckily she doesn't. Yeah, I should have took the hit for her there, but I panicked. So I'm looping that wide to try and give myself as much space as possible to dodge out the way if she does make a blink that's not exactly on me. Touch that gem button and decide one of us needs to go for the rescue. So while she's busy chasing them, trying to lead Claudette over here away from where the nurse can just blink through the floor and get to her. She doesn't follow me. And as I come up, the nurse is on this side anyway. So I have to cheekily touch this gen so it doesn't stop regressing. Notice it's at like 85%, so let's see if I can finish it. I get it. Take a hit for it, but we've only got one gen left now. Just get out of the way of that swing. And that one I managed to get my teammate up. Go back on myself. Try and make as much distance as I can again. Just short. The exit gates are open. I don't know why I threw that. I think I was just panicking at this point. But teammates come in to take a hit for me. I could just heal, but really I want to find the stairs and just get to the exit gate now as fast as possible while she's busy. I can spend that time opening the exit gate. Because at least Yeah, well, at least one of them people's on death hook. If she slugs them, I'm screwed. There's Jeff. Yeah, I think he was on death hook. So glad I decided to let go of that at that point. That could have been that could have been the beginning of the end. Okay, going back on myself. It's kind of sandbagging me a bit there, but I was trying to, yeah, I was going to run to the gate there, but when I heard the buzzer go off, I was like, well, that's 99 now. All it needs is a tap. I don't know if the other gate's even been started, so I may as well, because I'm so close. Take a chance. It wasn't quite 99, but just enough for me to get out. And yeah, it's rare that that happens, actually get away from a nurse. I don't know, how many people did we have out? 3 men out, yeah, so we won.